and welcome to this third part of the twin flame story. We will discover on the way the signs of twin flames, or whether it's just soulmate intense relationship. And so while I was in contact with him, there were always some sort of battling going on. We had conflicts, and always at the end of the communication, mainly at the beginning through mail, and I think close to the year he said, let's chat, which was a huge step, at least for him, I guess. Well, we were always battling, and at the end of every communication he would say something to hurt me. How could I stand being in such a relationship? I have no idea, but I was there, and I could not simply break the relationship. It was impossible. Some strange force behind it kept us together. And so I remember that strange things started happening when I was not communicating with him, but while I was pondering or considering or questioning about what was going on in this relationship and what was the essence of the relationship. So one day I remember I was listening to the radio, as I normally do, because I work there 24 hours a day. The music's going on and it's right in my desktop. So I was listening to the radio, and I have been characterized normally by not concentrating on the lyrics of the songs. I am sort of like I go along with the vibration of the song, and I can even sing along the song without even knowing exactly what I'm singing. But I feel connected and I sing, and what I'm concerned, and I have always been concerned, is more the melody or the quality of the sound and all about it. But that particular day, this song by Michelle Featherstone called I'm There Too, which was part of the soundtracks, I guess. I didn't listen to it in the Peaceful Warrior movie, but it was featured in as part of the soundtracks. And I've never heard that song before, and suddenly it pops out in the radio, and my attention completely was drawn to the song, and more to listen to the lyrics, which was not my trait. And I started listening to the lyrics, and I was completely blown away. As the song continued, something happened to me. It was as if my attention went from the third dimension to the fourth dimension. That's how the closest I can possibly say that experience happened. And I was floating in a world where I could understand a little about what unconditional love was. One thing, again, is to have the theories of things and to have an idea of what unconditional love might be, but another is to really experience it. So this was my first direct contact with this experience of unconditional love. And in this experience, I was able to sort of browse through his existential lives, many lives, to sort of understand where he was right now, and why he was experiencing such a tough life this time. And out of a sudden, I saw him in a global context, not just in this mere specific life. I was astounded. I was completely surprised, because it has never happened to me. And like for, I would say, 7 days, a whole week, my consciousness and my attention spent at that level. I had such difficulty coming back to planet Earth, third dimension life. It was difficult to work, because it seemed like my head, my mind was floating someplace else. I didn't really want to come back, but I guess I wasn't totally ready to maintain myself at that vibrational level. It was way ahead of my own conscious experience at that point in time. And so I came back. It was sad to come back, but I had to come back. I had to live my regular day-to-day life. And it was my first connection to an experience of unconditional love. I saw him, I understood more of him in a bigger picture. And the interesting part of it was the feeling that came with it. It was not the emotional kind of feeling of loving someone and wanting to be with that someone as a partner in the ways I was accustomed to and the ways I've seen in most people. It was more like a freer sensation. It was a bigger picture. It was such a big picture that it was just too much. Obviously, I shared some stuff with him, but he was always unable to understand. Still, I had to share it, because I know I have believed so far that a part of him does connect to it and is possibly understanding at some level what's really going on. And so these kinds of experiences started happening more often. I couldn't pin down what was all about. I mean, is this a soul relationship, soul-to-soul relationship, like I could say a soulmate relationship? Is this a twin flame relationship? Because I do know there's a difference. I kept wondering, I kept questioning myself. It was amazing. Every single day, every single minute of the day, I was wondering, what is this? I mean, if he's rejecting me so much at a personal level, still, he doesn't want to cut the contact. He wants to be in contact. But, you know, he doesn't seem to even consider any possibility of any kind of more intimate relationship with me at the personal level. But we have had a very intimate connection, not only because he opened up and shared his life, but because of the quality of sharing that happened between him and me while we were communicating. The energy that was being exchanged, it was very intense, and it was more intimate that going to bed with somebody and having, you know, intimate sexual relationship. It was some sort of different intimacy, but was, I would believe, even more powerful than having a sexual relationship. And so I kept in the relationship because I really wanted to find out what it was all about. Suffering like hell. God, did I as we would say in Spanish, I cried blood tears of the suffering that he made me go through. Actually, that I chose to go through with what he put me through, with all that he would say to me. But there was something going on beyond that pain. And I didn't discover it until years into this interaction. I will show some more of these connections, these unusual connections where birds were part of it, animals, and I don't know, messengers from the universe were part of it, that helped me to understand a little more and to keep on growing in this experience. Thanks for sharing it, and if you have questions or comments, please just write them down in the blog, and when there's questions I'll be answering, and just keep in tune until the next part of the story. Thank you.